I found out my wife was pregnant from Instagram. Am I the a-hole for being upset? I'm 29 and she's 27. We've been together for 4 years, married for 2, both from the same hometown, but currently living in a different city. She's at our hometown for a family event and I stayed back due to work. We've been trying to get pregnant for 3 months and now it's happened. The problem is the way I found out about it. My friend congratulated me by posting a screenshot in our group chat. A screenshot of an Instagram story posted by one of my wife's friends. The post was my wife crying and hugging some of her friends with the caption, "You are going to be the best mom." First person you should be telling is your husband. I called her right away and she answered pretty quickly saying,
"I have news, babe."
"Yeah, I know." All I said was, "I know you're pregnant." She replied,
"Wow, babe, how did you know?"
I just said, "I saw it on Insta. Didn't think to call me first, huh?" She said, "What? I didn't post anything." Okay, so it was her friend that posted it, but still, yeah, husband should be the first person you tell. And I responded, "Yeah, but your friends did. That's one way to find out I'm going to be a dad. Thanks." And I hung up. I was furious. She kept calling me and I didn't answer until my sister called shortly after. My sister asked what was going on because she just arrived at my in-laws' house and everyone was freaking out, fighting, and my wife was locked up in her room. I told her what happened and she said there's no way she would do that. I replied, well, she did. My sister said she was going to find out what was going on. Oh, yeah. It ain't looking good, honey. Bombastic side eye. A little later, my sister called me back and explained everything. At that point, I'd calmed down, thinking it was just a creepy friend who decided to post without permission. But my sister filled me in on the details. My wife was late on her period, and while hanging out with a friend, they thought, what if you're already pregnant? So they bought a bunch of pregnancy tests, all of which came out positive. They freaked out, told her parents, and then texted some friends in town to come over. From the time she found out to the time her friend posted on Instagram, only 2 hours had passed. My wife told at least 10 people before telling me. Okay, I understand the circumstances that it was like, okay, she just kind of like took a pregnancy test on the whim and stuff, but like, why is it that you were the person to call her? Like you said that you called her when you saw the post and she was crying and she had been telling her friends. Why was it not her first reaction to call you? For the record, my sister told me the argument was going on when she arrived because the other friends were upset with the one who posted on Instagram. Apparently, they all thought it was a thing to do and were mad at her, but they also couldn't understand why my wife hadn't told me sooner. Okay, so you can't really blame the friends here. No, honestly, the wife f***ed up. The moment she found out, like I understand there were other people in the room. She took a pregnancy test on the whim. I arguably would have waited to take a pregnancy test before telling anyone. I probably would have done it with my husband there, but like, I digress. I understand these things happen. Her first response in finding out that she was pregnant would be to FaceTime you. I finally called my wife and she was crying. She apologized and said she'd been planning to surprise me, which is why she hadn't told me yet. I was skeptical and I pointed out that if she really wanted to surprise me, she wouldn't have been ready to tell me right away when I called. Good point. She went silent and I told her I needed some time to think. She yelled, saying I couldn't just walk away and we needed to talk about it. I replied, why do we need to talk? So we can lie again? And I hung up. Ooh, that's cold. That's cold. But I get why you're upset. I really do. That's really not fair to you at all. So a ton of people have been messaging me, but I'm honestly exhausted. I don't know why, but this has drained me. I cried randomly, which is unusual for me. I'm not a crier. Oh, bestie, I'm sorry. This isn't supposed to be a huge deal, but it feels like I've been hit by a truck. It is a huge deal. That's really unfair to you. It's just like, it's supposed to be such happy news, and now it's just not. Because she didn't share it with you. My sister sent me a message that really stuck. Hey, I know this sucks, and it was creepy of her, but don't let it ruin it for you. You're going to be a dad. You're going to be an amazing dad. That is great. Yeah, she does have a point. Your wife up, like majorly. The only thing keeping me going right now is knowing I'm going to be a dad. I've dreamed of this and all I hope is that the baby is healthy. I'll probably swallow my pride and pretend I'm fine to avoid making my wife too emotional during the pregnancy, but I'll do that tomorrow. Tonight, I'll just sulk. You don't want to stress her out too much. Being pregnant doesn't absolve you from accountability. Okay. Like everybody likes to tiptoe around pregnant people because,
Oh, I don't want to stress them out.
but it's like, okay, while you're pregnant, you are not at fault for like literally anything. You can just like get away with hurting people because you're pregnant and you don't have to like take accountability. I don't love that. So OP said he wasn't expecting this to blow up. He clarified a couple of things. One, do I think the baby might not be mine? Classic Reddit. No chance she cheated. She works from home. We have security cameras inside the house, so that's not happening in our house. She does not do girls' nights. Her best friend in the city we live in is a female coworker of mine, and we hang out, the three of us, often. They text each other a lot, but almost never hang out one-on-one. If they do, it's at our house with me in the next room. Also, my wife is the clingiest person alive. Like when I'm at work, she texts me every 30 minutes. And when I'm at home, she's always at least in the same room I'm in if she's not cuddling up to me. When we're out, she's always holding my arm, my hand, literally does not leave my side. I honestly actually love it most of the time. I feel loved. But it is too much sometimes, and we had a fight about it weeks ago. I even questioned if this fight was the reason she didn't tell me right away, but it's probably not it. And number two, on her friends, they're very nice people. I've known them for a long time now. My sister's part of the friend group. Some of them have been friends since they were like 12. My wife is the only one that lives in a different city, so they always hang out a lot when she's in town. So OP added, I cannot emphasize enough how out of character this whole situation is for her. She has many flaws, like every other person, but being inconsiderate is not one of them. That is why I woke up in the middle of the night with the feeling like I'm actually completely wrong on this because she would not do this on purpose. She f***ed up. Like, I wouldn't say that she did it on purpose, but she didn't really consider you. And like, granted, I'm sure it's her first time being pregnant, but like, even I know as someone that's never been pregnant that like, I want my husband to be there when I find out at the very least. Is it relationship ending? No, I don't think so. So I sent her a text just saying everything is fine and I will drive the 4 hours down there to talk. She was actually awake and asked if she could call. She did and said she wanted to come home. I said I was going over there to pick her up and she asked, are we okay? I just said yes and she started to cry. I told her I'm very happy and I'm dying to see her, but we need to talk about it. She calmed down a bit after that. That's when I opened the post again and saw all the comments. I don't think you're the a-hole at all. This isn't relationship ending. Your feelings are absolutely valid. There were a couple of f***ups here. The wife f***ed up. Also, the friends f***ed up. When you find out about an engagement or when you find out that someone is pregnant, it is none of your business to like be posting it on social media until you have the permission of whose news it is. I would actually say that both the wife for how she handled it and also the friend who posted, she had no business posting at all. We do have an update. Oh, brother.